What if Aang killed Azula and Zuko in Ba Sing Se? So Aang goes into the Avatar state, and Azula shoots lightning, but Aang gets out of the way, and Aang uses the Avatar state to kill Azula. He totally annihilates her, and Aang exterminates all the Dai Li agents and takes out Zuko as well. And Katara would have probably used water to get away from the mess, or maybe Aang would have saved her in the process of killing all the Dai Li agents and Zuko and Azula. But anyway, Katara is fine, and so is Iroh. From here, all the Dai Li agents are dead, so Aang would release all the generals from prison. The Council of Five and the Earth Kingdom military would regain control of Ba Sing Se. Ty Lee and Mei would be thrown in prison, and the Earth King would retake the throne. Now, Iroh would be welcomed into Team Avatar because Toph trusts Iroh and she's good friends with him already. Aang and Sokka and Katara wouldn't trust Iroh now, and I suppose Appa and Momo would as well. So, yes, Appa would definitely trust Iroh because Iroh also helped free Appa, so there's that. Now, Iroh would be sad that Zuko is dead, but he would understand that it needed to be done in this case, and Iroh would want to help Team Avatar and the Earth Kingdom take down the Fire Nation. Now, the Council of Five and the generals wouldn't really want to trust Iroh at first because he is the Dragon of the West, and Iroh did invade Ba Sing Se many years earlier, or actually just a few years earlier, so there would be some mistrust there, but eventually the Council of Five would find Iroh very valuable because Iroh was a top general of the Fire Nation. So Iroh knows everything about the Fire Nation military. Iroh was the crown prince of the Fire Nation. Iroh is the Fire Lord Ozai's older brother, so Iroh knows everything about the Fire Nation, and he would be very useful to have during the invasion of Black Sun. Now, because Azula is dead and Mei and Ty Lee are in prison, there would be no way for the Fire Nation to know about the solar eclipse and the invasion. So Iroh would help the generals plan for a very efficient invasion. And from here, Hakoda and the rest of the Southern Water Tribe men would be welcomed into the Ba Sing Se, where they would also help plan the invasion. And I'm sure that Team Avatar would gather up all their friends and put them in the invasion too. Now, Iroh would be teaching Aang firebending. Aang would learn firebending from Iroh, and thanks to Iroh, Aang would become a very good firebending master, or not a master yet, but Aang would become very good at firebending. And I think that the Earth Kingdom would find it efficient to have Omashu back because Omashu was making weapons for war. So the Earth Kingdom would want to retake Omashu before invading the Fire Nation so that they could have more weapons. And Aang is friends with Bumi, and Aang would want to free Bumi. And Iroh is part of the White Lotus, and so is Bumi, so they would have that connection, and maybe Iroh can send a message to Bumi. And from here, Bumi would get the signal from Aang and Iroh, and the Council of Five, the generals, and Bumi would break out of prison and throw all the Fire Nation buildings off of Omashu and kick out all the Fire Nation people from Omashu, and Bumi would retake Omashu. And with Omashu back under Earth Kingdom control, the Earth Kingdom would have a strong supply of weapons and a very formidable plan for the invasion. So on the day of Black Sun, Uncle Iroh, Aang, Sokka, Katara, Toph, the generals of the Earth Kingdom, General Fong and the Council of Five and the Earth Kingdom military, as well as Hakoda, Bato, and the Southern Water Tribe people, and King Bumi and the Omashu military, they would all invade the Fire Nation. And the Fire Nation would be completely caught off guard. And with Uncle Iroh on their side, Team Avatar and the Earth Kingdom would defeat the Fire Nation, and Ozai would probably still be captured in this case because Aang wouldn't want to kill Ozai, and so I suppose Aang would find a way to restrain Ozai. And Iroh would probably also not really want to kill Ozai, so Iroh would help put Ozai in prison. And Team Avatar would win the battle, and the Fire Nation would be defeated, and Aang would restore balance to the world. So this is a very good scenario, except it's missing Zuko's redemption, because in this case, Zuko would just be killed and he would never be redeemed. So that's the one downside of the scenario. Everything would work out well, except that Zuko would no longer be around because he'd be dead and he would never have been redeemed. So that's how the scenario would work out.